Welcome back, everybody, to the Kansas Jayhawks Dynasty, episode 32 now, as last time we faced off against the SMU Mustangs and came out victorious, now putting us at a 2-2 record overall on the season. But today, we look to get some more revenge on the Houston Cougars. Last season, we were able to dismantle them, and I mean, we absolutely destroyed them. I believe the score ended up being 60-something to 30-something, and the Cougars went without a single win last year in their first year in the Big 12. Now they look for revenge as they face off against us in a home matchup. Can we take down the Cougars today? We'll have to find out under the leadership of new starting quarterback Conrad Hawley. He came in last season, overtook the job from Jason Bean, lost his job to begin the season, but now he has proved himself with a 4-touchdown performance and a game winner last week against SMU. Is he going to hold down the job? We'll have to wait and see, but today he's only got to worry about taking down Houston. Nothing more than that, as Conrad Hawley will trot out onto the field. Behind him will be Devin Neal, the all-star running back, as we get down to the field in Robertson Stadium here against the Houston Cougars. And here comes Hawley and company already on the first drive, 3rd and 2. And he's going to start his day with an excellent slant pass to Tristan Golightly, who has really come out of his shell this season. His senior year, he's finally starting to produce. 2nd and 6, though. Hawley's going to want to find Grimm on the outside, and he's got him just like that. 21 yards down the field. 5:50 remain in the quarter. 2nd and 10. Hawley firing downfield. Again, a slant. This time it goes to McBride for 9 yards as well. A 2nd and 5 for Hawley and company. Looking for an early touchdown here against the Cougars. Hawley looking for another slant, and it's McBride who drops it, and it's almost picked off across the middle. He had that one in his hands, but he wasn't able to hold on. So instead, they settle for a 3rd and 5, giving it to Devin Neal, who runs outside, and he's just barely tripped up after 3 yards. And he's unable to get all the way outside, but you know we're getting for this one. 4th and 3, early in the game. A little over 4 minutes remain. Hawley rolling out, nobody open, fires, and it's incomplete. Mark Wilson, the lineman, hits him as he throws it, and out comes this Cougars offense, who looks completely different from last year as they hand it off to McCaskill, and Alton McCaskill, 7 yards, and he is going to be a problem in the future years to come, and this year right now. He's just a great overall running back, and like I said, this Cougars offense is drastically different from anything we're used to, as their running back Baron Morton is sacked for 8 yards. Last year they were very stagnant and extremely reliant on the run. Now they are not afraid to sling it around, although they probably should be. On a 3rd and 11, Morton goes downfield and he's intercepted. Jonquay Lewis with the pick, and he's going to return it back past the 25-yard line, right around the 23. A great defensive effort there, and the Jayhawks once again have a chance to take a 7-0 lead. Now 2nd and 6, he's going to find Cardell on the right side, who stiff arms his man and into the end zone. 21 yards, Trevor Cardell carries his man downfield, and the Jayhawks strike first now, 7-0, as Morton comes back onto the field with McCaskill behind him. He's going to go to McCaskill up the right side, some great blocking as he breaks a tackle or two down onto the 46-yard line. That was about 18 on the play. Now 1st and 10, a few plays later, past the 50. Morton out of the shotgun. He's going to get taken down again. Wanted to scramble, but instead Cornell Wheeler hits him right there in the pocket, and he's brought down. So that would bring up a 3rd and 15. A minute and a half remains in the quarter. Morton going downfield, and he's intercepted again. Edwin White Schultz intercepts that one and returns it back to the 30-yard line. 2 straight interceptions on the opening drives for the Houston Cougars. And now with a minute remaining, the Jayhawks have another chance to take an even bigger lead. 8 yards there on a drag route from Stephen McBride as we open the second quarter, still up 7-0. This time Hawley out of the shotgun, firing downfield, into James Smith with a one-handed grab, 11 yards on the play. Now 7:51 remaining in the second quarter. Hawley out of the shotgun with this one. He wants to throw it, but instead he gets sacked. He's going to lose 12 on the play. He just kept retreating back, and they would find themselves 3rd and 20 now as Hawley just rolls out. Nobody really open downfield, so he's just going to sling it downfield, but instead he finds his man. Stephen McBride at the last second is able to get open, and that would be 19 yards needed 20 on the play, so they would go for it, and they would get it on that 4th and 1 after they overturned the call. And Devin Neal on the left side on 1st and 10 is able to get 14 on the play. Now a 1st and goal for the Jayhawks, knocking on the door again. 2nd and goal now, though. Hawley out of the shotgun, rolling out, looking to throw at the last second as he runs it himself and he fumbles it. Picked up by the lineman, Caesar, and he's got it down the field, returning it to the 15-yard line as the Jayhawks commit their first turnover of the day. So far this year, they've been very, very conservative on turnovers, especially when compared to last year. Maurice Butler, though, with the interceptions is really what got him benched, as on a 3rd and 9, Morton finds McCaskill, who's going to drop it at the last second. So instead, the Jayhawks take over again. 3rd and 4, though. Hawley outside. It's tipped and almost intercepted. Sam Oliver almost had that one as it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and now the Cougars will get the ball right back. Still about midway through this second quarter. 3:53 remaining as Lewis gets a pass from Morton on a slant route. He's going to finally get 18 yards. That was Solomon Lewis on the play, his first catch of the day. Now 1st and 10. Morton got a pistol formation here. He's going to give it to McCaskill. Got a lot of space on the left side, and he's going to break 2 tackles. Finally spun down around the 30-yard line, probably about the 32 there, as now they find themselves at a 3rd and 3. 2:30 remains in the quarter. Morton, 2-back set. He's got a man to his right and to his left as he takes the snap and fires outside, and it's into traffic. Lewis is able to catch it down around the 8-yard line. Double coverage there, but he still comes down with it. 2nd and goal. Morton going to give it to McCaskill up the middle into the end zone. 7 yards on the play as Alton McCaskill starts the Cougars' day with his first touchdown in a 7-7 game now, as we are right back to even ground. Now Hawley this time wants to give it to Neal up the middle, and he's got a lot of room. 16 on the play, untouched up the middle of the field. Less than a minute, though, in the quarter remains. 3rd and 2. Hawley gives it to Neal on the outside, and he's stuffed, but they give him the first down. Generous spotting there, so hurry up formation. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Hawley looking to throw downfield. Nobody's open, but he's got Grimm in double coverage. Can't make a man miss, but after 20 yards, he's finally brought down. So around 42 seconds remain. 1st and 10. 2-back set. Hawley, play action, rolling out and firing into the flats. He's got Huggins, who stiff arms a man and down around the 2-yard line. 14 yards on the play. 2nd and goal as the Jayhawks called a timeout. Give it to Neal up the middle, and he's going to strike late in this second half as we go into the third quarter now, up 7 as Morton and the Cougars get the ball first for their offense. This time, though, he's going to give it to McCaskill, who makes a man miss. Another one misses, and he's finally brought down around the logo there after 18 yards, but quickly to a 3rd and 8 now. Morton gives it to McCaskill. He is going to make a man miss again, and bad tackling there as he gets it down past the 40, right around the 35. 2nd and 7 now after a 3-yard gain on first down. Morton out of the shotgun, though this time he's going to send McCaskill in motion to block, and he's got a slant route right up the middle to Keandre Street, the senior receiver. And 3rd and 6, a few plays later, Morton out of the shotgun once again looking to pass. He's going to take the snap under pressure, fires to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. Deuce Mayberry in coverage. And instead, the Cougars will have to settle for a field goal here on 4th and 6 as they get it right there to make this lead just 4 points now as the Jayhawks get the ball back. 2nd and 4. He's going to go outside to Devin Neal on the wheel route, who's able to outrun the defenders on the left side. He's going to get 12 yards on the play. Now 1st and 10 a few plays later, right around midfield on the logo. Hawley again finding Neal on the wheel route, and he's got a lot of space. Down past the 20 into the 15, now to the 14. About 30 yards on the play, so a 3rd and 5 upcoming. He's going to give it to Neal, and great pressure up the middle. He's going to lose 4 on the play. Manny Nunnery right there, the linebacker, gets great pressure, and instead Jacob Borsia will settle for a short field goal there on 4th down as the lead is returned back to 7 now, giving the ball back to Houston on a 2nd and inches. It's going to be a run to McCaskill, and he's got nobody in front of him. Stops for some reason as he's brought down, but it looked like there may have been a penalty there. They're going to call a clipping penalty, and the 2nd and inches will instead turn to a 2nd and 2 as they would get a first down, though, but now they're way back still at midfield. Morton out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Firing outside. He's got his man Solomon Lewis open, who's brought down and that's right around the 15-yard gain there as he pulls himself forward for 16 maybe. 3rd and 7 though. Morton out of the shotgun all alone this time. No pressure up the middle. He goes outside and it's dropped. Morton had a man open, but instead they're going to have to settle for another field goal, looking to make it a 4-point game again, and they do just that as he gets just barely enough leg behind that one to kick it over the goalpost. Now 2nd and 3. Neal up the left side, and he's going to get about 9 yards on the play as we come down to the final minute of this third quarter. Hawley under center wants to give it to Neal again, and a beautiful spin move out of the tackle and fighting forward for about 10 yards as he's able to get a first down there. Now less than a minute in the third quarter, around 35 seconds. He's going to give it to Neal again on a 2nd and 3 as he makes a man miss for 7 yards. And he's going to get the first down there. Finally 24 seconds and counting. Hawley 1st and 10, a lot of slants open there, but he goes to Stephen McBride for 11 yards. Now, first play of the fourth quarter, 2nd and goal. It's a play action. Hawley's got Huggins in the flats, and he's into the end zone. 3 yards on the play, and Will Huggins, I always mention he converted from tight end to fullback. He makes another big play this season. He has been huge for this offense so far. And the defense only needs to step up, but they do not on that play as Rogers Jr. gets it across the middle. And the Cougars are looking to strike again. 1st and 10. Morton wants to give it to McCaskill this time, and some great blocking on the outside. Springs him open downfield, stiff-arming a man down to the 17, maybe the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Morton after that run. He's going to give it to McCaskill again because why not as he makes a man miss into the end zone. 18 yards on the play. Alton McCaskill with his 2nd touchdown of the day. And the Cougars are going to go for 2, looking to make this a 3-point game. Morton gives it to McCaskill into the end zone again. 3 yards on that 2-point conversion. The Jayhawks now on a 3rd and 8, looking to avoid disappointment in a quick 3 and out. Hawley, play action, fires downfield into traffic. Luke Grimm with the sure-handed catch as we get under 6 minutes in the quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Hawley, play action, rolling around in the pocket, looking to run it himself as he dives for the first down. You're going to give him 5 yards, but call it a 3rd and inches now. Hawley, under center, going to give it to Pesic Hickson, and he's got the first down. Just barely. He gets 4 yards on the play. As we continue to drive down the field later on that same drive, 1st and goal to Devin Neal, cutting it up the right side, and he's got a touchdown there, 30-21. With the extra point, it's going to be 31-21 as we get under 4 minutes in this quarter, 3:59 and counting. The Jayhawks defense needs something big here to put a dagger in the hearts of this offense as they get it to Rogers Jr., but he is hit hard after just 8 yards. And Morton would get hurt for a few plays. On 3rd and inches, he would have to come out for the backup Neusmeyer, who's going to get it to the tight end, who just barely able to break that tackle as Jalen Connors gets the first down. Now 2nd and 4. Morton is back in the game once again. He's going to call the snap. Got a man in motion. That was Woods going in motion. Morton wants to take the snap. Going to give it to the fullback, Culver, who's got the first down. Matthew Culver, a massive running back there, 7 yards on the play, so 3rd and 6. Morton, with a little over a minute remaining, takes the snap, looking to fire into the end zone. Nobody open. He's pushed back and hit as he throws it. That one falls right into the dirt, so it all comes down to a 4th and 6 here with a little over a minute remaining. Calling for a motion man, Morton takes the snap, looking to fire to the end zone, and it's no good. Had a man open, but he slightly overthrows him, and the Jayhawks will come out on top 31-21 as we extend our win streak to 3 games now with a 3-2 overall record. And Devin Neal, 32 carries, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns, as well as 3 receptions for 45 yards on top of that. What a beautiful offensive performance in that second half as they did start the day struggling, and Conrad Hawley has solidified himself as the starter of this team going forward in this season. And the final score, 31-21 here in Houston, Texas, as the Jayhawks will come out victorious on this road matchup. So as I mentioned, Conrad Hawley has definitely solidified his place as the starter with this game. 26 of 33, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And just an outstanding performance as Devin Neal, 32 attempts for 150 yards. 2 touchdowns for him. Amari Pesic-Hickson also 4 for 18, 4.5 yards per carry is a very good average for your backup running back. Receiving wise, Stephen McBride had 6 for 65, Luke Grimm 5 for 69, and Devin Neal 3 for 45. Will Huggins did have his 1 touchdown on 3 for 22 catches, and Tristan Golightly 3 for 27. A bit of a step down for him today, but still Trevor Cardell down there 2 for 23 and the 1 other receiving touchdown on the day. Defensively, obviously we played great, able to hold them to only 21 points. We did have the 2 interceptions, John Quay Lewis and Edwin White Schultz in that first half. That was a great way to start the day. And next week, we're going to have a chance to get some revenge finally on number 2 ranked Oklahoma. They currently sit at 6-0, 5-0 in the conference. Obviously, they're still led by Spencer Rattler in this universe. 23 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions so far this year. Already well over 2,000 yards on only 204 attempts. They also have Scott as their running back, who has 128 attempts for 648 yards and 7 touchdowns. And Marvin Mims is their best receiver, 36 catches, 612 yards, and 5 touchdowns so far today. They've had an interesting schedule, able to beat West Virginia and TCU to start the season. Then they'd beat Iowa State, Baylor, Old Dominion, and Texas all after that. So they've already faced off against 2 highly ranked teams and 1 team that is very talented but having a bit of an off year. So hopefully after that rivalry matchup against Texas last week, we're kind of able to get them on an off week and maybe get the upset going. But not going to count on beating Oklahoma this year. We haven't been able to beat them just yet at all in this series. But before we end this episode, there is some exciting recruiting news that we finally had our first commits of the season. I believe these are probably the earliest commits we've ever had overall in any of the seasons. And we'll go down here and see. It was some pretty big names. First off, obviously, Deontay Vincent, 85 overall kicker, coming in a 3-star. The number 1 kicker in the nation. He's out of Minnesota, so that is a great get right there. Then we've got Ken Robinson from Mississippi, 74 overall, 3-star receiver. 2 guards, Dan Allen and Matt Myers. Allen's out of Alabama, and Matt Myers is from Florida, a 3-star, or both 2 stars there, 65 for Dan Allen and 64 for Matt Myers. Both of them are really just going to help supply us with some depth, and now we have enough points kind of to go around and look at some of these other guys that we haven't really been able to scout and see if we can offer any of them some points and get back into their top 5s or their top 3s, more like what I'll probably go after. But other than that, not too much going on. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button too. It helps me out so much when you guys do that. And I'll see you guys next time when we take on the number 2 ranked Oklahoma Sooners in Oklahoma.